YouTube, Tim, TGY TV, and today's show is What's That For Wednesday? Originally I was going to do a comparison between a Leatherman knife and just a cheapy multi-tool, but you know, anybody who's used a Leatherman knows. You know, Leathermans are just far, far superior to any other multi-tool on the market. So besides just showing you what it is right here, a brief little thing, I will probably get into this another day or whatever, but you know, even their blades, they're lock blades, you know, right in the handle. It's just, they're really handy tools. They're a little more expensive. This one cost me like about $100. And this is the Leatherman Sidekick, which isn't their biggest version, but I don't know. Just, it's got everything on it that you could ever think of, and yeah. Guess I might still do a comparison of it someday, but I actually had another viewer request through an email. Somebody was noticing some of my stuff on What's That For Wednesday, and they asked me a question: do I have a bug-out bag? See, I'm not like one of them doomsday prepper people. Like, you know, I do understand outdoor survival and prepper mentality and stuff. You know, I do have stuff put up. I've got a fair bit of stuff put up compared to a lot of people, but I'm not into the whole doomsday thing. I'm more of like, say a tornado or a natural disaster, you know, just anything like that can happen. It doesn't have to be, you know, some dirty bomb gone off caused a friggin', you know, flare and EMP and then, you know, wipes out the whole friggin' grid down situation, you know, without rule of law, shit hits the fan and stuff. It could be anything, it could be simple, you know, like just certain things in life. You just gotta, you know, have important things, and to be honest, every household, in my opinion, should have a bug out bag. Whether they call it a bug out bag or a 72-hour bag so they don't feel like they're crazy, you know, zombie apocalypse people or not, it's very important. And I have a very extensively built, been torn down, put back together 1,000,001 times bug-out bag. And I have this, and I have it in duplicate. One for me and one for Austin, because, you know, we're the guys, right? And stuff. Both our bags weigh in at 17.2 pounds, which some people might think that's heavy for a bug-out bag, but in my opinion, it's really not. And to be honest, I'm 216 pounds right now, and if I got down to my 200-pound weight that I want to get at, I've already lost about 10 pounds. That's only on a positive 2, you know, it's just... So after I lose what I want to lose, which, you know, we should be in good shape anyways, I'm only carrying an extra 2 pounds around versus whatever. So in my opinion, 17.2 pounds for a bag like this, especially with so much stuff in it, that's not bad at all. I will be cracking into this bag over the next few weeks. What I'm going to do is, or try to do, is decompartmentalize it. Basically, like next week's video, I'll just go into this one pocket and pull this out, and I'll show you guys everything that's in it, because you'd be amazed how much stuff I have just in this one little container. But yeah, that's my bug-out bag, 17.2 pounds. That's my primary bag. I have the twin bag for my son as well. And then for the younglings, I'll, like, you know, my girlfriend's kids and my girlfriend and my nephews and nieces, I built them all bags. But they're smaller people, and their pack weighting just wouldn't be the same. You couldn't put a 17-pound bag on a 80-pound kid, you know. It doesn't work. So I got them little bags, and maybe I'll get into the kids' bug-out bags someday too. But this is what I feel I need, being like the elder male of the family. I'm not sexist or anything. You could be the elder female of the family. It doesn't matter. Like my girlfriend's bug-out bag probably weighs in around 12 the last time I weighed it. She can handle that, you know. She's only 100-something pounds herself. Like, she's not, you know, big or anything either. But like I said, it just depends on the person. But everybody's got their bags. Different bags for different size people. But if you can handle the weight and be a pack mule, you're gonna be, and your group of people who are in your like close-knit family will appreciate it. So yeah, this is my bug out bag, and over the next few weeks I will crack into it. You guys have any specific questions or anything you want answered on it? Like if after I got into a section of it or whatever, you guys can feel free to either message me or just comment below or whatever. But I think it's very informative. This series is going to be. So what's that for Wednesday over the next few weeks is just going to be on this. And as far as I'm concerned, all my stuff like MSM and all that stuff, it's all fun stuff, you know what I mean? But you got to take this stuff somewhat seriously. See, I have these systems here too for all of our bug out bags, but I also have grab and go systems and stuff too with like, I have these green totes. And in every single green tote, there's enough stuff in there for like 6 people to get their basic requirements that they need for 1 week. I'm not going to say how many of them I actually have because I got a few of them, but depending on the situation and stuff, backpacks are great to just, you know, if you have to go. But if you have time, you have 5 minutes, you grab your backpack, you put it in a vehicle, and you grab my system that I have, these grab and go systems. Each one of the buckets weigh about 30 pounds. I think that's what it was, which, you know, any average male, female, adult should be able to carry. It's less than a 50-pound bag of potatoes, right? So maybe someday I'll get into those too, but they're sealed, put away in a cache area right now. Like I said, I'm not like a doomsday prepper or a zombie apocalypse person, but you never know when shit's gonna happen, you know? It's just, I don't know. Could be an EMP, could be a tornado, could be a flood, could be, you know, crazier things have happened. We could get invaded by somebody, you know? You gotta have a plan. You gotta be able to protect your family and everybody close to you. I take a little more of the responsibility for everybody that I know because a lot of people just, they don't have the sense of needing stuff like this. Like, I could hand somebody this tarp and they wouldn't know what to do with it, and that's scary. You know, whereas me, my son, anybody who's close to me and been around this kind of stuff, you know, I could build 3 different types of tents just with this 9x12 tarp, and it's enough to hold like 4 to 6 people under it, sitting up. Sleeping's a different situation, but like I said, if I have one of these and my son has one of these, or if somebody else grabs my son's or whatever, you know, because something's going on, maybe he's gone away to college or whatever, you know, we'll have 2 of them. So you can house like 12 people with just these 2 tarps, you know. So shelter's a very important thing, you know, keeping people out of the rain, out of the weather and stuff. And in Canada, even in the wintertime, you have a little shelter just to block the wind and stuff, you know, it helps immensely. I've actually used this tarp and this like backpack to do like a full weekend. And what I have in here with the fishing stuff, with the fire starting stuff, with the knife stuff, the little tools, just all the little comfort things that are in here. And part of the weight is also water. I've got 1.5 liters of water in here, just so because when you first initially go, your brain just isn't into, you know, like this stainless steel bottle, for example. I'll get into this on another one of the installments of the video, but this is a stainless steel bottle, and the trick is to find the ones that don't have the plastic inserts. So if you're scooping water, you filter it through, say, your bandana, and you put it in a fire, you'll be able to boil it and clean everything out of it and stuff, you know. It's just, I know everybody likes the water filtration straws and stuff, and I actually do have a water filtration straw that even after I put it through the strainer in here, boil it, I probably still would drink it through the straw that I have in there as well, but it's extra precautions, right? But yeah, like the big thing, stainless steel, no plastic liner, you can throw it right in the fire to boil whatever, it's not going to get any melted plastic in it, you know, totally sanitary. So just little things like that I have on mine, that's just the way it is. And for me, because I've done all kinds of camping and just outdoor survival stuff. I started doing this stuff when I was a kid. Me and my friends would go down in the creek down at the end of the street. Even though our parents would bitch and want us home at night, we'd set up like our camps and have little fires, and somebody'd steal some hot dogs from whatever, you know, you cook, and And that's all part of preparation just for being able to survive a shitty situation, you know? Like, you have to know how to do stuff, and it's scary the people that don't. So, anyways, YouTube, I've rambled on long enough on the intro. This is episode 1 of my bug-out bag. And bug-out bags are very personal. Different regions, people would require different things. This is what I need, and this is what I know I need, because I've actually lived out of this bag. I've done it. And I have modified it because I discovered little flaws here and there. I might get into that if I remember as I'm deciphering everything. But it's hard to remember every single little story. That's why I'm not going to do this in one video, because it would probably be 2.5 hours long. But anyways, YouTube, thank you very much for your support. I appreciate every view that I get. You guys are the best. And I'll see you guys again next week for What's That For Wednesday. And I'll crack into something on the bag. Alright? Thank you very much. Have a great week.